Good morning, children. In the last part of the video, we have started with chapter number 6, Conflict with the Mughals. We have seen Shahisti Khan's invasion, the Surat campaign, Jai Singh's invasion, and Shivaji Maharaj's visit to Agra, and how Shivaji Maharaj had escaped from Aurangzeb's court. Now, today we are going to see some more parts in this chapter, and these points are going to highlight that how Shivaji Maharaj had coronated himself. So let's see that which all points we are going to cover in this chapter in today's video. Today we are going to see a detailed explanation about the plans that Shivaji Maharaj had done for the Mughals to defeat them. Even we are going to see the campaign of the South and the coronation ceremony of Shivaji Maharaj. How he himself had coronated, as well as how he had planned out a coronation ceremony publicly. So let's begin with the explanation. Immediately after returning from Agra, Shivaji Maharaj decided that he would not have any conflict with Mughals, but he would recapture the forts and the territories that were under the power of Mughal, that were under the control of Mughal powers, as per the Treaty of Purandra. So for this, he need to prepare a plan, and that plan need to be comprehensive and a bold plan, which should not fail in any of the circumstances. As per the planned strategy of Shivaji Maharaj, what he did is he captured the forts by sending a well-equipped army on the one side, and other side he had kept the Mughals unstable, so that he would capture the territories that were under the control of Deccan power. Shivaji Maharaj attacked the Mughal territories of Ahmednagar and Junnar and recaptured them and brought them under the control of Maratha powers. You can see in this slide Ahmednagar and Junnar that were recaptured by Shivaji Maharaj and were brought under the control of Maratha powers, that were regained from Mughals and brought under the control of Marathas. After capturing Deccan, Junnar, Ahmednagar, and the parts and territories that were under the control of Mughals, Shivaji Maharaj had turned his attention to recapture the forts such as Sihagarh, then Purandra, Lohagarh, Mahuli, Karnala, and Rohita one after the other, and bringing them under the control of Maratha powers. Shivaji Maharaj decided to attack at Surat for the second time. As we all know that Surat was a trading center and was under the control of Portuguese, Dutch and French Britishers. While he captured Surat and he was returning from Surat, he fought a great battle with the Mughals at Wani Dindori in Nasik district, where he tried to defeat the Mughals. In the battle against Mughals, Shivaji Maharaj had defeated a Mughal Sardar named Daud Khan in this great battle. And after that, Moropant Pingle captured Triambakgarh near Nasik, and he was looking after the administrative work at Nasik. Thus, Shivaji Maharaj was successful in the offensive that he had launched against Mughals and tried to capture the forts and territories that were under the control of Mughals and bring them back under the power of Marathas. As we all know, the dream of Swaraj was the dream of many of the Maratha warriors along with Shivaji Maharaj. So many of the Maratha warriors had contributed their work in bringing them together. So Sardars like Tanaji Malusure, Moropant Pingle, Prataprao Gujjar and many other had their valuable contribution in this offensive powers against Mughals. Krishnaji Anand Sabhasad, a contemporary chronicler, thus describes this campaign. He took as many as 27 forts in 4 months and earned a great reputation for himself. That is, the forts that were given to Mughals were brought back under the Maratha powers. And it took courage of Shivaji Maharaj as well as many Maratha warriors who had contributed for this great work. And in these many 4 months, he had earned a great reputation for himself. He had played a very important role in bringing these territories under his control. We all know that establishment of Swaraj took over a long period of time. It was not an easy task to establish Swaraj, an independent state in Maharashtra, and it took over 30 years to establish this particular thought of dream of Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj realized that now it was necessary for the Swaraj to win general recognition as a sovereign independent state. That means everyone should come to know that yes, Swaraj is there and definitely it is going to get established in Maharashtra. Swaraj means self-independence and everyone should know the importance of self-independence in the life. Shivaji Maharaj thought that it was necessary to have a formal coronation ceremony so that people should come to know that yes, there is a one who is going to do the work, the dream of establishing Swaraj in Maharashtra. Shivaji Maharaj decided now at any cost he would establish Swaraj. He now became Chhatrapati of the Swaraj. And remember, this title of Chhatrapati was given to Shivaji Maharaj by common people, whom Shivaji Maharaj helped and treated them equally in the society. So, as a symbol of sovereignty, sovereignty means supreme power or authority. The Rajyabhishek Shaka, the coronation era, was started. The Rajyabhishek Shaka means a coronation ceremony at which the king gets crowned himself. And now Maharaj decided that he would become the founder of this new era, where Swaraj is going to get started. Self-independency will be there in the state, and everyone will have the right to rule themselves. They are not going to be ruled by anyone else or are going to get harassed by any of the people in the society or by any of the Mughals. So that was the dream of Swaraj, and ultimately Shivaji Maharaj took a decision to do so. So as per the decision taken by Shivaji Maharaj, he had coronated himself at Raigad by a learned Pandit named Kaga Bhatt. And this ceremony took place on 6th June 1674. Rajyapatra carried the words Kshatriya Kul Vatansa, Shri Raja Shiv Chhatrapati. That was a title given by people to Shivaji Maharaj. And a dictionary showing Sanskrit alternatives for Persian words was prepared. That is, words were changed from Persian to Sanskrit. It is also known as Rajya Vyavhar Kosh. It contains the meanings, the words and the meanings of that words in either Hindi or Sanskrit language. How you have dictionaries to check the meaning, in the same way this regional dictionary was prepared on that coronation ceremony day. The coronation ceremony of Shivaji Maharaj was a revolutionary event in the history of medieval India. The Mughals, Dutch, Portuguese, French, Britishers, everyone had got afraid. So, while explaining the importance of this event, that is the coronation ceremony, Sabhasad, a contemporary chronicler, writes, it was no mean achievement for a Maratha king to become such a great Chhatrapati. So, this title of Chhatrapati was given to Shivaji Maharaj by people. Why? Because people liked the way he was. His dreams of self-independency bring courage in the mind of the people, and this created confidence among everyone to have self-independency in the state. In the history of medieval India, Shivaji Maharaj was the only person who had coronated himself twice time. Shortly after this, on 24th September 1674, Shivaji Maharaj had his second coronation performed under the guidance of Nishchal Puri Gosavi. And here two traditions of religious ceremonies in India are being followed. So accordingly, one was Vedic and the other was Tantric. So Shivaji Maharaj had a good thought and belief in religions. So as per the religious traditions, Shivaji Maharaj had himself coronated twice time. So following both the traditions and customs of religion. Maharaj honored both the traditions and had two coronation ceremonies performed. Do you know when Shivaji Maharaj had his coronation ceremony? At that time, Prince Sambhaji Raje was 17 years old, and he described this coronation ceremony in the treatises Buddha Bhushanam with his own experience. Without measuring or counting, plenty of money, clothes, elephants, horses were donated to the great scholars who had come to bless Shivaji Maharaj in this coronation ceremony from different regions. You all know when anyone comes to any of the function at your home, you give them a return gift. In the same way, in this coronation ceremony, Shivaji Maharaj had blessed by great scholars, and accordingly, in great respect, he had awarded them such things like money, horses, elephants, and so on. Thus, Shivaji Maharaj spread his fame in different directions to make people understand the dream of Swaraj. That was the reason, so that everyone should get awake and everyone should think about self independency. The coronation ceremony of Shivaji Maharaj was a great achievement, a great event in the history of medieval India. Extremely valuable and grand throne was made for the coronation ceremony. There were 8 bejeweled pillars on 8 sides of the throne. You can see in the pic that how beautifully it was. Completely filled with gold, diamonds, pearls, precious stones. This throne, made up of 32 mon of gold, had been studded with precious jewels. In the picture only you can see that how beautifully it has been carved and designed. So in reality it would be how. So Shivaji Maharaj was sitting in this throne and it was beautifully studded with precious gemstones. After the coronation ceremony, Shivaji Maharaj moved his campaign towards south. In October 1677, he went to Golconda. There he called on the Qutub Shah. That is, he tried to defeat Qutub Shah in Golconda. Shivaji Maharaj decided to have a settlement with Qutub Shah. So, Shivaji Maharaj and Qutub Shah went under a treaty of friendship. Later, Shivaji Maharaj won Bangalore, Hoskote in Karnataka, Jinji, Belur, etc., forts in today's Tamil Nadu, and some other territories of Adil Shah. So you can see in the map of India, these places have been marked, and these are present in the south part of India. After conquering the territories which were under the control of Adil Shah, now Shivaji Maharaj decided to appoint one administrator who would look after these conquered territories, and none other than he was Raghunath Narayan Hanmante, a great warrior, Maratha warrior, who took the charge to look after these forts that were captured by Shivaji Maharaj. Yankoji Raje, the stepbrother of Shivaji Maharaj, was ruling at Tanjore. Shivaji Maharaj tried to get him to participate in the activities of Swaraj. That is, Shivaji Maharaj thought that even Yankoji Raje would be the part of this dream of establishing Swaraj. After Venkoji Raje, the rulers of Tanjore encouraged art and learning. And the Saraswati Mahal Library there is world famous. You will get plenty of books available in this library. So after Venkoji Raje, art and living was given importance and accordingly a library was made. And this library is world famous library. The campaign of South, Shivaji Maharaj had captured the fort of Jinji that is present in Tamil Nadu and made it as a part of Swaraj. And this had proved to be a great importance in the later years. When the Mughal emperor stayed and tried to defeat people in Maharashtra that were present and destroy the dream of Swaraj, the establishment of Swaraj, at that time Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj, the younger son of Shivaji Maharaj, had to leave Maharashtra for certain reasons to save his life from the Mughals. So ultimately, he took the decision to leave Maharashtra for that particular period of time. As we all know that Shivaji Maharaj had already captured Jinji fort that was present in Tamil Nadu and made it as a part of Swaraj. So that was a great thought of Shivaji Maharaj. At that time, Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj took shelter in this southern part of Jinji and run the administration of Swaraj from there. Soon after the victorious campaign of the south, Shivaji Maharaj passed away on Raigad on 3rd April 1680, a great loss to the Maratha kingdom. His death at the age of 50 was a great loss for Swaraj. A great era came to an end. But this would not stop because the dream of establishing Swaraj that was put forth by Shahaji Raje continued for many years till it got established. So many of the Maratha warriors had contributed for this great work of establishing Swaraj in Maharashtra. So in this chapter we have seen that how the techniques of Shivaji Maharaj had helped him to cope up with different enemies, though it may be Mughals, though it may be any like Portuguese, Dutch, French or anybody else. The conflict between the Marathas and the Mughals was critical, and yet Shivaji Maharaj had tried to establish Swaraj by defeating the Mughals and conquering different territories and bringing them under the control of Maratha powers. So, my dear children, thank you for watching the video. Have a good day. Bye bye.